On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And we're back, and we want to say Happy Halloween.
I was looking over at you like, what is he going to say? Happy Halloween,
Happy Halloween,
guys.
Geoffs. It's so exciting to have an episode actually come out on Halloween.
On Halloween Day.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It
Very
feels so
exciting.
fun, and we have officially hit Halloween weather. The past couple days, it has been so perfectly overcast.
So gloomy.
A little gloomy, but it's not like sometimes here I feel like it gets gloomy, but it's still hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is just like ideal fall weather.
Yep.
It's so fun. So here for it. So ready for it. In a month, I'm going to be like, bring back the sun. I'm depressed.
I know.
Okay, but we had a very hollow weekend last
Oh
weekend.
my gosh, we sure did. We went to Universal Horror Nights.
Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal Studios was so much fun.
So much fun. I had a churro. I had a hot dog.
She lived it up. Mazes were fun. The tram was great. Always just have such a good time there. And I love it because it's such a tradition for us to go that it feels just like fun always. And the champ came this time.
And our friend Alyssa.
Hmm.
Okay, and I was talking to some girls behind me in line, and they were saying that Gypsy Rose was there.
Yeah, she was
Saw
there the
her.
night that we were there.
But we didn't see her.
We didn't see her, but I knew she was in LA because she had been posting about LA. That would have been crazy. But that was a super fun night. And then, not last night, the night before last night, we went with my friend Bobby to go see the new Terrifier movie.
Oh,
And it is
wait.
fuck.
I haven't been to the movies since before COVID.
Yeah, it had been a long time for you.
So I was so excited to have the movie theater experience. Popcorn,
Reclining
a
seats.
drink, reclining seats.
Oh, a big, crisp Diet Coke.
Oh, I kept switching up the flavors too because they had those cool machines.
I want one of those in my house.
So do I. I ended the movie with a cream soda, 0 sugar cream soda.
You know what? You actually did get up twice and bring your soda with you. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah. I had to pee and then go refill my soda. But I didn't tell you this. I had to tell our trainer. I was like, oh, yeah, we went to the movies. And he's like, yeah, I saw what you ate, you know. But he was like, what'd you see? I was like, the Terrifier 3. And he's like, well, what? You know, he didn't know what it was.
Oh, God.
So I had to explain it to him like, yeah, well, it's like one of 3 and this is what he looks like here. And I like showed him a picture of Art the Clown. And I was like, yeah, but this one, like he kills a Santa and he like wears the Santa suit and like,
Spoiler.
oh, that's not a spoiler. And he was just like, oh, okay. But it was brutal.
Oh my God. We randomly a couple years ago stumbled upon the first Terrifier.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like on TV or something or some streaming app. I feel like that was during COVID probably.
Yeah.
And then we watched the other ones. This one I've been waiting for. Well, you have too.
Mm-hmm.
My barber, Fabi, is obsessed also. And so I remember when the preview came, like she was like, oh my God, the preview is out. And she was so stoked on it. And so we went and we saw it. And I like forgot, I guess. Well, here's the thing. Watching it at home is different. Watching it in a theater,
On the big screen?
seeing the brutality, I was like, oh, fuck. But here
And
was...
the noises.
Oh my God. Okay. What got me about this one, though, this is not my favorite Terrifier movie.
Mm-hmm.
I probably liked the second one the best.
Okay.
What
I think I might be a first Terrifier.
The Hallows Eve one?
Yeah.
I think you like the other one better.
Well, no, the second one got
Where
kind
he's
of
ripping the arms
superhero.
off?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like ripping her arm in half?
Yeah, but remember in the first one, he saws her down?
I loved that.
Yeah.
I did love that.
Yeah.
My problem with this one, though, is you got to know the characters too much before he killed them.
Yes.
And so then you feel attached to them, and then you feel more uneasy when he's
And-
actually killing them.
You know what? I don't love a sidekick. I'm like,
No.
get the sidekick
Get the
out of
sidekick
here.
out. Like, why is she talking?
Why is she talking? We just want him.
Yes.
We want him on screen all the time doing
Yeah.
funny things.
He's so campy as a killer, and I just love him so much that I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite of them. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But
Still worth it, though.
still worth it. Still fun.
Still fucked up.
Fucked up. We need to go to the movies more
I know.
because I just love the popcorn, love the
Mhm.
drinks.
It's exciting.
It's fun. And that movie theater just got redone.
Oh.
Did you notice there was like a full bar in there?
Oh, yeah.
So good for them.
Good for
Keep-
them. Love
Keep
the
movie
reclining
theaters in
seats.
business, please.
I know. We're giving Nicole Kidman right now, but like it really is.
At the movies.
It really is different than just watching it at home.
100%. I love also to support like small independent movie theaters, but fix your fucking seats. How about that? Because
Okay, until then we're hitting AMC.
Yeah,
Okay, girls.
because guess what? I tried to go to some fucking artsy fartsy movie theater with the champ, like, I don't know, probably 2 months ago. We went to see something. Or I think it was that Mockingbird movie. What's it called? No, Cuckoo.
Oh, Cuckoo. Uh-huh.
We saw it at like this art theater.
Is it the one over here?
Nope. Worst chairs.
Hard
stale
chairs.
popcorn.
Uh-huh.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Keep the movies alive. You know what? I'd love to make a movie.
Me too.
Maybe one day.
One day.
Okay, Terrifier was crazy,
Uh
but I have an apartment cleaning nightmare for you.
huh. A real life terrifying situation.
Yes, from a Geoff. They sent in, "Hi, my girlies.
Hey.
I am a newer Geoff, but can say I am absolutely obsessed with you both and feel like you are my best friends.
Woohoo.
Woo! My sister and I own a cleaning business and catch myself way too often laughing out loud with clients in the house and realize how crazy I must look. Anyway, I have the perfect story for your pod and just felt like I had to send it in. So, besides residential cleanings, we also clean low income housing apartments up in Boston and flip them so that new families can move in. Aside from the roaches and rotten teeth in bathroom drawers that we have found, this one takes the cake.
Rotting teeth in a bathroom drawer is actually crazy.
It's actually nuts. There are many different buildings that we clean, and this was our first time in this particular building. As soon as we walk in, I am hit with a foul odor.
Ugh.
I bring it up to my sister on how bad the smell is, and she dismisses it as possibly being the garbage room since it was garbage day and that I am just being dramatic. True. We get into the elevator and up to the third floor, and I truly just cannot stop bitching about the smell. It was so much worse than the first floor, but figured it probably was the garbage room since it smelled like rotten milk mixed with vomit. We cleaned all day and didn't finish that apartment and had to come back 2 days later to finish it up. Mind you, this was in the middle of June and it was hot. So we get up to Boston and have to meet the manager of the apartment buildings to get the keys for the apartment we had to finish. And we hear him frantically talking about the apartment directly across from the ones we were cleaning. We think nothing of it because he is a drama king himself and loves hot gossip and telling us about stories of all the previous tenants. We drive over, get inside, and when I tell you the smell was so fucking bad in this building, I couldn't even open my mouth to bitch about how bad it smelled because just doing so made me want to vomit. I can only explain the smell as rotten eggs, sour milk, hot garbage mixed with a sweet smell.
Ew.
When I read the sweet smell, I knew where this was going. We get up to the third floor and the smell has only gotten worse. Get into the apartment, and at this point, there's no escaping this awful odor. I think you can tell where I'm going with this story. About 10 minutes into our cleaning, the manager comes busting through the door to let us know that there is a dead body in the room directly across the hallway.
Oh, shit.
And it has been there for approximately 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
And that we need to stay in the apartment because a coroner was coming to take the body and Hazard was coming to clean up the mess. Like, what the fuck, Bob? You couldn't have let us know that before?
For real?
When you were gossiping about it when we got there? Well, we finished up that apartment and he made up for it and showed us pictures of the scene after the body was gone, which was gnarly, but cool at the same time and makes for a great story to tell. Well, I hope you enjoyed my quick little story. I love you both so much and can't wait to see you in Boston on October 25th.
Ooh.
Thank you for all you do and for keeping my long work days, drives, and everyday life entertaining. With all my love, Linz.
I mean, I'm so excited, but I'm also like so grossed out. Sorry that you had that experience.
3 weeks.
Blech, sick.
Oh, God, that makes me sad for whoever died and nobody checked in on them for 3 weeks.
My Jewish godfather, Jeff, that's what we call him, he had a neighbor for like, I think 6 months was in the house.
What?
Yeah.
6 months?
Flies in the window, everything. They had to completely tear the house down.
Wait, that was recently, like
Yes.
in the last couple of years. I remember you
No, that was like
telling me.
a couple months ago.
Because I remember someone saying something about the flies in the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Well, my barber, Fabi, she also told me the story about someone she knew. Someone died in their apartment. There was all these flies in the window. And they had been in there and they like busted open the door, and sure enough.
How did the flies get in?
I think they're just like born larvae. I don't know.
From your body.
We need to look into that actually for a coffin spinner because I would like to know fully how they all the bugs all form and grow and stuff.
Yeah, like how do we become flies? It's not like the flies are like out of the house like, okay, we smell a dead body, we're gonna go. Like, I think we produce them. I'm gonna Google it.
We'll look into that for a coffin spinner. But for now, I've got some assholes for us, and one of them I just had to include. Nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
This, am I the asshole? In a rage, I flashed my father-in-law right in front of my mother-in-law.
Okay. I gotta hear this.
My husband's parents came to stay with us for the week. They live about 2.5 hours away. I sleep in shorts and a tank top. Well, this morning I woke up and made some coffee and sat down at the table to drink it. Soon after, my father-in-law came in, got himself a cup, and sat across from me. We have a nice conversation about how the family's doing, etc. A few minutes pass, and my mother-in-law came in, got her coffee, and sat down next to her husband. She started staring me down. After a minute, she hatefully asked if I liked having my tits all out in front of her husband.
What?
I was mortified and rather pissed off, so I told her it was a fucking tank top, and if I wanted to show my tits, I'd just do this. And I pulled up my shirt and flashed him my bare breasts.
I love it.
I immediately realized what I just did and got insanely embarrassed and hightailed it to my room. And I instantly heard her go to the guest room, and within a few minutes, I heard their suitcases being wheeled down the hallway and the front door slammed. I immediately called my husband crying. He soon was crying too, crying from laughter.
Oh, good.
Love him. I feel terribly, but this lady has always torn me down and has always been hateful towards me for no reason other than the fact that I took her little baby boy away from her. I know I went over the top crazy, but she has been pushing me there for over 20 years. I tried to call and apologize, but she will not take my call. How big of the asshole am I?
Okay, when you were telling this story, like when she's like, I just went crazy and did that, in the back of my head, I was thinking, oh, she has probably had to deal with a crazy mother-in-law. Monster-in-law. I love that your husband just laughed and wasn't all fucking weird. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that, but I love that.
I love it.
I love it.
Not the asshole because it's iconic, actually.
Sometimes people are pushed. Like,
people need to learn a fucking lesson sometimes.
Yep. I hope your tits looked great too.
Oh, yeah. Just perky.
Ew, who says that too? Oh.
You like having your tits out in front of my husband? That deserves
physical altercation, but
that deserves a smackdown.
Yeah.
That deserves, I'm going to introduce your face to the counter.
My fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're getting served a knuckle sandwich in this
A
kitchen.
knuckle sandwich, babe.
Oh my God,
Oh, I love
it.
that. I love her.
Okay, this next one though, it says, am I the asshole for following my late sister's wishes and kicking our brother out of her funeral?
Okay.
My sister passed away recently after a long illness, and before she died, she made very clear instructions regarding her funeral. She specifically did not want our brother John to attend or receive any of her ashes. To provide some context, growing up, my sister wasn't kind to John. John also was not great. They fought like cats and dogs. As an adult, she sought therapy, recognized the damage she had done, and tried to make amends. She apologized multiple times and reached out, but John refused to reconcile. He was clear that he didn't want a relationship with her. When she became ill, my sister made one last attempt to reconnect, asking John to visit her. He declined again, stating that he had no interest in repairing the relationship, even as she was dying. This hurt her, and she made it clear that if he didn't want to see her while she was alive, she didn't want him at her funeral or receiving any part of her remains. In her view, if he couldn't show up in her life, he had no right to be there in death. John showed up at the funeral uninvited. I think our uncle gave him the date and time in line with my sister's wishes, and I asked him to leave. He became angry, caused a scene, and accused me of being cruel and preventing him from saying goodbye. Several family members have since criticized my decision, saying I should have let him stay for closure, saying that funerals are for the living, but I pointed out this was her last wish. He thinks I'm a huge jerk, and I am refusing to give him anything of hers still. The family is mostly split on this.
Is she the asshole? No, I think you were fulfilling your sister's wish. I mean, we probably need to know a little bit more about the relationship to really judge it, but
Well, that's why I'm like, what did she do to him that she apologized so many times for and stuff?
but also what are his intentions? Is he
Yeah.
really hurting, or is he just wanting to show face? Like, I showed up.
I think what's interesting to think about is like I grapple too with the fact of him actually showing up versus just being told not to come.
Yeah.
Like, was he told not to come? Because if he was told not to come and then he came, I could see that. But if he wasn't told not to come, but also just wasn't given the information and somehow got
Then
it
he's
and showed
caught off
up,
guard.
yeah, then
Yeah.
that's a little different. I don't really
Right.
know, but I don't think the asshole because you are respecting that person's wishes.
Right. You were put in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Oh, God.
Well,
Well,
I'm up first this week. Do you got a little side bitch for us?
I do. She's the queen.
The queen bee.
This is from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, 2007.
Oh my God, is she a beauty queen?
You'll see. Yes, she is.
I love it.
Yvonne De Carlo, the beautiful star who played Moses' wife in the Ten Commandments, but achieved her greatest popularity on TV's The Munsters, has died. She was 84.
Oh my gosh, Lily Munster.
Lily Munster, what a beauty. Miss DeCarlo died of natural causes Monday at the Motion Picture and Television Facility in suburban Los Angeles.
Oh.
I need to look what that is. Longtime friend and television producer Kevin Burns said Wednesday. Miss DeCarlo, whose shapely figure helped launch her career in B-movie desert adventures and westerns, rose to more important roles in the 1950s. Later, she had a key role in a landmark Broadway musical, Stephen Sondheim's Follies. But for TV viewers, she will always be known as Lily Munster in the 1966 slapstick horror movie spoof, The Munsters. The series, the name allegedly derived from Fun Monsters, didn't know that, offered a gallery of Universal Pictures grotesques, including Dracula and Frankenstein's monster in a cobwebbed Gothic setting. Lily, vampire-like in a black gown, presided over the faux scary household and was a rock for her gentle but often bumbling husband, Herman, played by 6'5" character actor Fred Gwynne, decked out as the Frankenstein monster. While it lasted only 2 years, the series had a long life in syndication and resulted in 2 movies, Munster Go Home, 1966, and The Munster's Revenge, 1981 for TV. I think she will be best remembered as the definitive Lily Munster. She was the vampire mom to millions of baby boomers. In that sense, she's iconic, Burns said. But it would be a shame if that's the only way she is remembered. She was also one of the biggest beauty queens of the 40s and 50s, one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Ooh.
This was one of the great glamour queens of Hollywood.
Love her.
One of the last ones.
Uh-huh.
Her greatest stage triumph came on Broadway in 1971 with Follies, which won the 1972 Tony Award for the Best Original Musical Score. She belted out Sondheim's show-stopping number, I'm Still Here, a former star's defiant recounting of the highs and lows of her life and career. Miss DiCarlo was born Peggy Yvonne Middleton in Vancouver, British Columbia. In 1955, Miss DiCarlo married Bob Morgan, a top-flight stuntman, and they had 2 sons, Bruce and Michael. They later divorced.
Oh my God, love her. Such an icon.
Love
Thank you for
her.
sharing hers. That's a perfect Halloween side bitch.
Right? We love Lily Munster. Look at her without her Lily Munster makeup on, though. She's so pretty.
Kind of Mansfield-esque.
Yeah.
And
really
kind of like that actress who's friends with Madonna. You know the one.
I know exactly. And she's in... What's her name? I know who you're talking about.
I feel like she's friends with Michelle Visage.
Yeah.
Too.
And she like kind of has like a little...
Yes.
Yeah.
She's in fucking Goodfellas.
Yeah.
She plays his mistress.
Yep.
Is it Debbie Mazar. Yep.
Yep.
That's her.
Yep.
Doesn't she look like her kind of?
Totally.
Without the Munsters makeup?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Good call out.
Oh, I did it.
You did it, girl. Good
I
job.
love when I say something right.
Yes. Well,
Let's take a quick break. How about that?
that sounds good to me.
And when we come back, I'll tell you what had me spinning in my coffin this week.
Alrighty. And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning in your coffin this week?
Well, Geoffs, it's Halloween, and we all know that the Victorians were spooky as hell. So today, in honor of Halloween, I thought we would talk about a ghoulish happening that had the press absolutely going nuts during the Victorian era.
Ooh.
This is the story of Bessie Brown, and it's one that I just fell in love with. It's so obituary coded. We've got Victorians, we've got ghost relationships, and we've got a wild antics.
Okay.
This is like, basically it's just one story that I'm going to be telling you from the paper. It was one of those situations where I had some other little stories I was going to share, but this one, the more I dug into it, I was just like, holy shit, I love this.
Okay.
I referenced a few different articles about her, but most of them contain the same information. The main article that I'll be quoting from is the Sunday, September 30th, 1900 edition of the Inter-Ocean newspaper.
That's my wedding anniversary.
September 30th.
Yeah.
Well, the headline reads as follows. Girl weds a ghost. Bride.
Oh.
Bride keeps house. Midnight ceremony in graveyard shocks village gossips. You know we would have been gossiping in that village, girl.
Girl, take us back.
Oh my God. Take us
back to that village, girl.
Gossiping, girl. They would have had to put gossip bridles on us. Okay, so I read that headline, right? When I was looking just at other stories, and I was like, okay, fuck yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So now onto the article itself, which is just full of gems. It says, quote, Bessie Brown of Cameron, Oklahoma, is married to a ghost. Furthermore, she and her spectral husband are now living together in a 5-room cottage.
Ooh.
The wedding took place 1 week ago, and the bride and groom moved at once into their new house, which Miss Brown had furnished with her own money. And I love that they clarified, like, she did it, not him.
Yeah.
They're as happy as any young couple could be, and persons who pass the house can hear them talking and laughing just as if they were both in human form.
Girl, what? They could hear him too?
Girl, apparently. This is the strangest romance ever known. Bessie Brown, of wealthy parents, high social standing, and possessed of many natural charms that make her one of the most beautiful girls in Oklahoma, married the ghost of the man she loved.
Oklahoma smoke show.
She is not demented. Her mind has been tested, her brain has been examined by specialists, and her actions have been watched carefully, but no trace of insanity can be discovered. So I'm picturing just a beautiful socialite
Yep.
Wealthy girl. She's like, you want to talk about the Munster? She's the cousin.
Yep.
What's her name?
Marilyn.
Cousin Marilyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just beautiful and she's just rich and just crazy.
Hot and crazy.
Or
And
maybe not crazy.
but to pass a test, first of all, can we just think about they examined her brain. They did all these tests. Like, what were those tests like back
Probably
then?
putting their finger across the lips going like,
Like,
she
okay,
sounds normal to me.
show us your tits or something
Yeah.
like disgusting.
Or just sitting there in a room like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
No? Well,
Well.
sounds good to us.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're like phrenology. They're like her head's normal shaped. I can't imagine that there'd be anything
Yeah.
wrong here. Okay. The article goes on to say, therefore, her parents agree that she must be wedded to an apparition, something which she imagines she can see and know, but which no other human can recognize. This is what her father says about his daughter's queer actions. And girl, the dad fucking was just, he was rambling talking to this newspaper. He gave everything.
Oh,
He
big
said-
mouth.
Bessie had been brooding continually over the death of John Allen, to whom she was engaged to be married to when he was killed.
Oh.
We tried to console her in grief, but she wanted us to leave her alone. We feared she would lose her mind if she did not stop grieving so intensely. I had a doctor visit her several times, and he said her mind was all right, but that she was failing in health on account of constant worry. That was a year ago. About 6 weeks ago, Bessie brightened up so much that we feared she was under the influence of some drug. Then one day, she made the statement that she had been visited by the ghost of Mr. Allen and that
Oh.
hereafter she would not be sorrowful anymore, for she was going to marry the ghost.
Oh my gosh.
She said that if he ever died, she would marry his ghost, and that since his spirit had appeared to her, she must keep her promise. Mrs. Brown and I feared the young girl had lost her mind surely by this time, so we sent to Dallas for a specialist to make another examination of her brain. He pronounced her mental condition perfectly normal and said that she was not under the influence of any drug. He said her case was a strange one and that she must surely see the ghost she talked about so much. So the fucking doctors being like, yeah, I mean, I believe her.
Yeah.
She sees it.
Yeah.
I asked her to introduce me to the ghost, and she said I could not see it, but that it was with her always. She talked reasonably about it. She seemed to know that we thought her insane because of her strange declarations, but insisted that she was actually going to marry the specter. She called upon our minister and asked him to perform the ceremony. He tried to persuade her that it was sinful that she should marry a mere apparition, but she insisted. The minister went with Bessie last week into the graveyard where her lover was buried, and at midnight the ceremony was performed which united her to the ghost of the man whom she had promised to marry 2 years ago,
Oh, I love that.
but who was killed in a railroad wreck just a few weeks prior to the wedding.
Okay.
I believe that after close study of the girl's actions that she truly thinks she's wedded to the ghost and that the apparition appears to her as naturally as if the spirit were still in body.
Wow.
We're trying to do everything we can to make her forget her ghost, but it seems as if we're just going to fail. That's what her dad last told the paper.
Forget the ghost.
And so now picture this beautiful woman
Oh, I love it.
in the cemetery, just gorgeous in her dress with the minister, marrying nothing there.
Marrying nothing.
The
there.
ghost.
I wonder if there's like grief psychosis.
I think there is, but also, what if she's right?
Yeah. Who am I to judge?
Before the graveyard wedding, Miss Brown rented a cottage and furnished it for two. She is now living in it with her ghost husband. She can be seen sitting on the back porch conversing with an invisible companion and often walks along the street talking aloud to some person whom no one else can see. The town people are much excited over the matter. They all know Miss Brown to be a Christian young woman and one who would not deceive anyone for the world. Most of them actually believe she is married to the ghost of her dead lover. And I just love too, this is out in all the major papers at the time. So other publications I saw, like this is just in the news.
Yeah.
And like people are reading this like, oh, that girl down the street, she
Okay.
married her deceased
Yeah.
husband.
And they're just going with it. Like,
That makes sense.
she wouldn't lie.
Oh, that makes sense why Bessie's always talking to herself.
Yeah,
We thought
it's
she
the
had
ghost.
lost it, but
Yeah.
she's been proven sane. But listen to this.
Okay.
While the little town of Cameron is disturbed by its ghostly wedding, the town of Stroud nearby is equally stirred by the appearance of a ghost which has caused the death of 3 of the enemies of the spirit when it was in the human flesh.
Uh-oh.
This is kind of a crazy story. It says 3 years ago, Miss Jessie Wisdom, the daughter of a farmer living near Stroud, was found dead in the cornfield near her father's house, and 3 young men were afterward arrested and acquitted of her murder because no proof of their guilt could be produced. All these men have since committed suicide.
Ooh.
The last one killed himself just outside the church door last Sunday night. Andy James was the first to commit suicide. He shot himself 3 months after the young woman was killed and 2 weeks after being acquitted. He left a note saying the ghost of the dead woman had visited him and made him take his own life.
Oh.
That gave me chills. This so frightened W.L. Morrison, another of the 3 arrested, that he committed suicide 6 months later, giving as the cause that he was continually harassed by the girl's ghost.
Mm-hmm.
He denied that the 3 young men had anything to do with the death of the woman whose ghost was always after them. Austin Jones, the last of the accused, was naturally looked upon with suspicion as a guilty man because 2 of his companions had murdered themselves. He protested his innocence, but found many who considered him guilty. The law had once acquitted him, so he was in no danger of arrest. He told his companions that wherever he went, the ghost of the dead girl would follow him and taunt him with the death of his former associates. The ghost urged him to take his own life before he was lynched by the people. As he was going into the church door with a friend last Sunday, he drew a revolver from his pocket and shot himself through the head. As he was dying, he said he could no longer endure the taunts of the dead girl whom he had helped to murder.
Oh my, I mean, if I were murdered, I'd come back and do that to a person.
Yeah, I'd be like, come on.
Come on.
You did this to me.
Uh-huh.
You did it.
You did it, and everyone's going to find out.
Oh my God.
Damn, 3 different guys did?
3 different guys.
Wow.
But the story of Bessie Brown is one that I just need cemented on this show because it will forever be one of my favorite stories, probably that I've talked about on any show, just because I love that the town kind of accepted it. They were just kind of like, yeah, like she's building a life with this person, and something about it feels so less cuckoo to me than like the modern stories we talk about, because I think so many people just seem like they're like kind of crazy attention seekers.
Yes,
like,
they want internet fame.
They want a viral moment.
Right.
But her?
And you know what? This ghost didn't just come out of thin air. It's her fiance.
Well, husband now.
Husband now, but her, late fiance.
When I was pulling notes and everything for it and going through the articles, just reading about her, I was just so happy in that moment. And I was like, this just feels so cool to me.
I know. I wonder if she just lived out her life with him.
I know. I tried. So unfortunately, Bessie Brown was a very common name for the time because I tried to find her obituary, and I found tons of obituaries for Bessie Brown's in Oklahoma, but I don't know when she died. So it was hard to pinpoint, like, did she live until the 1950s, 1960s, 1940s, 30s? Right. It was hard to tell. So if any of you happen to live here and you've heard of this story, or maybe it's lore, we know there's a lot of you guys in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
If you've heard of this kind of lore, please write in. Nothing would make my day more.
Oh my God. We need to know about Bessie.
I know. We need closure, even if we have to go back to Oklahoma to find it.
Yep. Yeah.
So that is the story of Bessie Brown.
Oh my God. Love her.
Love her so much.
Beauty queen.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit kooky.
Yeah.
Love it.
And we're going to take a quick break on that note. And when we come back, we'll hear what had you spinning in your coffin this week.
Alrighty.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week?
Geoffs.
We've been laughing.
We have been laughing, and I hope that you're listening on this Halloween day because it is time to party.
Wow!
Woo! Halloween party, that is.
Oh, okay.
I want to walk us through a Victorian Halloween party. give a few examples of some famous Victorians' Halloween parties, and give you guys some good tips and game ideas for this Halloween.
Okay.
I am so excited about this. Okay, so first and foremost, we know the Victorians were pretty out there and wild. I mean, judging from Bessie, if you just listen, pretty out there and wild.
No, they didn't. They just said, I'm going to start at the 47-minute mark of this episode.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay, but I'm finding that the one day that I thought would be over the top freaky and scary for them, Halloween, was really more about finding your mate.
Well, you know, that's how Ouija boards started.
Really?
Yeah, it was for like finding. Yeah, it was like a flirting game.
A flirting game?
Yeah.
I love it. There were definitely touches of the occult coupled with like an eerie atmosphere, but a lot of Halloween parties centered around finding out if you'd be alone for the rest of your life or not.
Nothing scarier.
Nothing scarier. Granted, there were definitely some creepy things, sprinkled in, and it seems the Victorians still went out on Halloween night, but keep in mind, trick-or-treating we didn't see until like the late 1920s, early 1930s. So the Victorians had to get creative. Also, something interesting I read during my research is from historian/author Leslie Bannatyne. She has quite a few published books on Halloween and the history of Halloween. And on her website, there are some excerpts from her book. This one in particular is about Halloween in the Victorian era. And it says, quote, Halloween made its debut into proper American society circa the 1870s. Although by then, Halloween, superstitions, and conjuring existed among many ethnic groups, the holiday was most often viewed as the quaint practice of the Scottish and English. The articles summarizing the genesis of Halloween found their way...
Wait, I just have to say, Hot Dog just walked in carrying a little mummy. She's so
I
Halloween
got her
ready.
that mummy.
You
I
did.
know. Cute
She's like,
girl.
yes, let's celebrate.
Let's go, girl. Articles summarizing the genesis of Halloween found their way into the media through brief historical pieces published in children's and ladies' periodicals. Newspapers in the Northeast and South carried similar articles, mostly in the 1880s and 1890s. In the fiction of the time, Halloween was often presented as a holiday brought to America by the Northern English and preserved by the upper classes in New England. Its practice was not necessarily encouraged, but Halloween did receive enough column space to satisfy a readership eager for new ancient rituals, queer historical facts, and romance, which I just love. I mean, Halloween has obviously evolved from a ton of different traditions, right? Like
Yeah.
All Hallows Eve and Samhain and like harvest festivals, but I just love that we can thank the Victorians for making Halloween like a fun party night.
They made everything that we love.
That we love. I know. I mean, they normalized death. I mean, they weren't the ones that just normalized death, but just like funerals and just...
You know what it is the Victorians, if I had to personify them as a whole, it was like the grandma that kept traditions. It was the grandma that like, these are all the things that she would do. It's all the little quirky things that you're like, I love that so much.
Yeah. I mean, before I became educated on the Victorians, I always thought
when we were ignorant to the Victorian
era, it seemed so far away, but it wasn't.
No.
1880s?
It
was not that crazy.
Well, it ended in 1901.
Yeah.
It's like...
early 1900s, yeah.
That is great-great-grandparent. Like, they were alive.
Yeah.
Like, my grandma Lil was probably born around that time, like when it was ending.
Yeah. And my great-great-grandma, the one who lived till 107, she was born in 1897. So she was...
And you knew her?
Yeah.
And that's crazy to think that she was alive during that era.
I know. Really cool. Okay, so first, we're having a Victorian party. We need a party invite. Being invited to a Halloween party in the Victorian time was more than just a simple invitation. If you were hosting a Halloween party, you needed the invite to be special. Many Victorians opted for hand carving a pumpkin or a turnip, which if you guys haven't seen a carved turnip, it is Terrifying.
Oh my God, I forgot about those.
So scary.
The fact that I know what those look like just from looking up Victorian
Yeah,
shit.
totally. They're creepy. But they would opt for like those or a carved pumpkin, or
Why
even
don't we carve turnips?
we should.
We should.
Or they would even do like a little handmade witch, and they would leave it on everybody's doorstep as an invite, coupled with like a little poem.
I love
like
that.
a mysterious poem invite, and maybe even the thing they would leave would like allude to the theme of the party. They were just so creative, and like they used things that they had, because Halloween was becoming commercialized, right? But like they couldn't just go to the store and get
Also, the money.
decorations.
Like, it was
Yeah.
saving money.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of theme and costume, some Halloween parties had strict themes, others didn't. For example, in an article on mentalfloss.com, they explain, quote, "These parties were sometimes themed to tie in with popular cultural figures of the time, like Cinderella, black cats, or Mother Goose characters."
Cinderella existed during the Victorian era?
Yeah, and I'm sure it was fucking terrifying.
Oh, because remember when you did that
I
episode?
need to do a part 2.
Wait, I loved that.
The fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do a part 2 of that. Okay, but their costumes, again, weren't like the ones we see today. It was a little more modest of a costume, but still not their normal garb. So, like, if it was a black cat themed, you would see women in their normal, beautiful dresses, but maybe they had cat ears and whiskers. And if you look back at a lot of old pictures of Victorian Halloween costumes, you'll see a lot of devil horns, bats. I saw a lot of bats.
Oh my God, I think of all the beautiful, like, you know, in the 1920s, they would do those studio shots, like the studio photo shoots of like people dressed up as like the Batwoman and stuff. Oh my God, yes.
There was a lot of that, a lot of witch hats,
and
even some animal heads.
Oh,
which
yes.
saw a lot of animal heads.
All kind of culty looking.
Yeah. All done so beautifully well and scary as hell, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so for decor, I was curious. I was like, did they decorate outside? Did they decorate for the whole month of October?
Where were those turnips going?
Where were those turnips going? And I still don't have an answer.
Oh, perfect.
I couldn't find much info on whether they decorated outside or for the month of October, other than I did read that they would decorate their doors in corn husks. Because again, they were like, still embracing the harvest part of Halloween, but also like what they couldn't just go buy decorations. But Halloween night, the house was incredibly dimly lit by jack-o'-lanterns and candlelight. The Victorians very much liked to use what they already had. So they would do like centerpieces on the tables, and the centerpieces would be all harvest colors, and they would be leaves, pumpkins, pine cones, corn husks. There were also, I guess, red and white roses represented like blood and death.
Ooh.
So they would have those. I also read yellow chrysanthemums they had, and then they would also hang apples. Apples were a huge deal for Halloween. They would hang apples from the ceiling and horseshoes as decor. Love that. Oh, I also read that they would make fake snakes out of tinfoil.
Ooh.
But they would put them like above the fireplace so that it would have a heat source. So when the tinfoil was heated, the snakes would move. Isn't that?
I love it.
So creative.
Yes.
I love that.
It's giving Snapdragon.
Well, yes, Snapdragon was played on Halloween also, but they called it something else. So now we're on to the food. Okay. Nuts and apples were the main food served during a Halloween party. There was also chicken salad, other
Sorry,
fruits.
if I'm going to a Halloween party and there's only fruit and apples, nuts and apples, I'm leaving.
Well, listen, okay? There's a reason. The apples could be plain or have a sugar glaze baked over them like a caramel apple.
Okay,
Love that. But lots and lots of nuts, because the nut part was derived from a traditional Northern English and Scottish term that was used, known as the Oracle of the Nuts or the Nutcrack Night. This was like a night that took place in the 1700s on October 31st.
I've had an Oracle of the Nuts before.
Okay, honey.
It was magical.
Magical. Well, this was like their Halloween. It was
Yeah.
October 31st.
Okay, I love, actually. Sorry, forgive me. Ignorance. I'm learning still.
Oh my God, no. I love it. Bust a nut, baby. It was the time to celebrate autumn incoming, and they did fun games and fortune telling with nuts too back in the day.
Go get those fucking almonds from my cabin. Let's read our futures, honey.
Let's read our futures, girl. Okay, so I want to go over some of the games. Remember I said that it was mostly geared around finding your mate and like knowing your future. Some of these games are funny, but they would have a dumb supper. Which is where young men and women would gather on Halloween night and perform, you know, these little ceremonies, hoping to catch a glimpse of their future spouse.
Yes, you talked about those at some of the live shows this year.
Yes. Dumb here means silent because that was the rule. You couldn't talk during the dumb supper, and you had to prepare a meal in total silence, and everything had to be done backwards. Set the table, serve the meal, chairs facing the wrong way, dessert was first, and once everything was set into place for dinner, you would sit there and wait, and at midnight, the spirit of your future husband was supposed to show up, husband or wife. Most of the time, it was an apparition that showed up, but if an apparition of a coffin showed up, it meant that you were doomed and you were going to die early and you were going to be single and all alone.
Oh, no.
But a close relative of the dumb supper is the dumb cake. And a dumb cake was also used for other special occasions like Christmas Eve, for example. But with a dumb cake, basically a group of unmarried girls gather at night. They bake a simple cake with basic ingredients like salt and flour and water. And each girl marks the cake with their initials. And then the cake is placed in the oven in total silence. After baking the cake, the girls walk backwards to their bed with a piece of cake. And they're supposed to put the cake under their pillow. If they like dream about a guy, I guess, then that's a good sign. Like they're supposed to dream about their future husband.
I love that.
Okay. Another game that was played on Halloween night was melting lead.
Ooh, I love that one.
Okay. I found this on mimimatthews.com. Okay?
Oh, thank you, Mimi.
But they had an excerpt from a book called How to Amuse Yourself and Others. It was written in 1893 by Linda Beard. And it says, quote, each girl in turn holds a door key in one hand, while with the other hand, she pours the melted lead from an iron spoon or ladle through the handle of the key into a pan of cold water. In the fanciful shapes the lead assumes can be traced resemblances to all sorts of things. Sometimes it's a sword or a gun, which indicates that a soldier will win the fair prize. Again, traces of a ship may be seen. Then the favored one is to be a sailor, a book, a professor, or perhaps a minister. And when the lead forms only drops, it seems to mean that the gentle inquirer will not marry, or if she does, her husband will be of no profession. So you're supposed to be able to see these things in the lead. They did have bobbing for apples.
Love. I was going to ask when you brought up the apples earlier.
Yeah. I believe they called it ducking for apples.
They were just chucking them at each other.
Yeah. Well, this was cool. I didn't realize because I was like, oh, that's like a fun thing, but it was calculated. It was matchmaking. Everybody had to put their initials on an apple.
Ooh.
And then they would also put in non-initialed apples in the bucket. And you would have to bob. Mostly men would do the bobbing because they could like really get their head wet.
And if you got an apple with a girl's initials,
you were going to marry her. It was like spin the bottle.
Why do I love it so much? You know what? Romance is dead in comparison to the Victorian times.
Truly.
Give me that. If you're not fucking bobbing for an apple with my initials on it, don't waste my time.
I know. But what was also sad is if you got an apple that had no initial on it, you were going to be single the rest of your life.
That would be a party game that would stress me out.
That would stress me out too. And then
I'd be trying to carve initials with my teeth in the apple if I felt
I'd be like,
my tongue's all over it. I'm like, look, is there initials on this?
Fuck, I know, man. Okay, lastly, there's so many, but lastly, we have a mirror game. And they loved to look in the mirror and
Same.
try
Just
to
kidding.
and try to figure out who they were going to marry.
Uh-huh.
So one popular Halloween night game was one where an unmarried girl would walk into a room with a mirror, and it would be like dimly lit. In front of the mirror, she would have to peel an apple while gazing into the mirror. The apple peel should be continuous, and then once the apple was peeled, she'd take the apple peel with her right hand and throw it over her left shoulder. And once she did that, her future husband's face was supposed to appear in the mirror. And if your apple peel is long, you will live a long life. And if you see yourself in the mirror or a grave, then you're doomed.
Oh my God.
I know. Okay, but there were a ton. But really, really quick, Queen Victoria, our lovely girl.
Uh-huh. Responsible for the name.
Yes. She held a massive Halloween party every single year at a castle. It's called the Balmoral Castle in Scotland.
Oh my God, I was reading about it today.
Are you serious?
I was reading about that castle today. Yeah, because supposedly it's so fucking haunted.
Is it?
And why did my Siri just pop up on my computer? Not that one, the laptop.
Creepy.
Girl, what do you know?
Girl, tell us. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's where she would host her Halloween bash every year. And here's just I just want to read a little newspaper clipping from 1877 from the Leavenworth Times. It says, a queen celebrating Halloween. Queen Victoria celebrated Halloween at Balmoral with quaint, old-fashioned ceremonies. A brilliant procession of torchbearers marched through the grounds in the still, dark night, preceded by the queen's pipers playing instantly. After them came the Princess of Wales and her little daughters, and the Princess Beatrice, each carrying a flaming torch aloft. After marching around the castle several times, the Princesses Alexandra and Beatrice lighted with their torches the huge bonfire erected on the green, and with the rest of the gay company, danced the torchlight dance round the blazing pile while the kindly queen looked on. I read more about it, and it people were in costumes, and it was just a huge bonfire, and they danced all night, and they were supposed to have a reception in the castle, but everyone just wanted to dance.
Oh, I love it. A Halloween ball.
A Halloween ball. So there you have it, guys.
Doesn't get cooler than that.
It really doesn't. I know. So excited. I'm so excited for Halloween, and then I'm so excited for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, the holidays are among us.
The holidays are here, girl.
Upon us.
Yep.
The holidays are upon us, and
They're
I
here.
can't fucking wait. Well, I think it's time we move into some obituaries, and what better than to choose the most iconic obituary for our iconic Halloween episode.
Okay.
You Geoffs have been waiting for this. Madison, I hope you didn't read it, but it's been sent to us nearly 1,000 times.
Okay, I did not read it because you told me that
I told you the name and
Yeah.
not to read it. We have a thing where when something's going, an obituary is getting a lot of attention, we will text each other I call this.
Yeah.
If it goes viral in the morning, I'm calling it. If it goes viral at night, I feel like you're I'm doing this.
Totally.
But everyone has been sending this in, and I'm telling you, we could probably scroll for hours in our DM requests.
No, I know.
And it's just
A ton.
everywhere. And so his name is Robert Adolph Boehm or Boehm. I don't know, because I know a girl named Megan who spells her name Boehm, and it's Boehm. So I'm not sure. We'll just call him Robert.
Okay.
In accordance with his lifelong dedication to his own personal brand of decorum, muttered his last unintelligible and likely unnecessary curse on October 6, 2024, shortly before tripping backward over some stupid motherfucking thing and hitting his head on the floor.
Wait, I love this.
Robert was born in Winters, Texas, to the late Walter and Betty on May 6, 1950, after which God immediately and thankfully broke the mold and attempted to cover up the evidence. Raised Catholic, Robert managed to get his wife Diane pregnant 3 times, fast enough to just barely miss getting drafted into the Vietnam War by fathering Michelle, John, and Charlotte between 1967 and 1972. Much later, with Robert, possibly concerned about the brewing conflict in Granada, Charles was born in 1983. This lack of military service was probably for the best, as when taking up shooting as a hobby in his later years, he managed to blow not one, but 2 holes into the dash of his own car on 2 separate occasions, which unfortunately did not even startle, let alone surprise, his dear wife Diane, who was much more accustomed to such happenings in his presence and may have actually been safer in the jungles of Vietnam the entire time.
Damn.
While the world was in conflict elsewhere, Robert made do by learning to roof, maintain traffic signs in the city of Amarillo, and eventually becoming a semi-professional truck driver, not to be confused with a professional semi-truck driver. With peace on the horizon, Robert's attention somewhat counterintuitively drifted to weapons of war, spanning the historical and geographical spectrum from the Atlatl of 19,000 BC France to the Jambak of 1830s Africa to the Mosin Nagant M1891 of the World War II era Soviet Union. So many examples of these mainstream hobbyist items litter his small Clarendon, Texas apartment that one of them may very well have been the item referenced in his aforementioned eloquent final epitaph. A man of many interests, Robert was not to be entranced by historical weapons alone, but also had a penchant for fashion, frequently seen about town wearing the latest trend in homemade leather moccasins, a wide collection of unconventional hats, and boldly mismatched shirts and pants. Robert also kept a wide selection of harmonicas on hand, not to play personally, but to prompt his beloved dogs to howl continuously at odd hours of the night, to entertain his many neighbors, and occasionally to give to his many grandchildren and great-grandchildren to play loudly during road trips with their parents. Earlier this year in February, God finally showed mercy upon Diane, getting her the hell out of there for some well-earned peace and quiet. Without Diane to gleefully entertain, Robert shifted his creative focus to the entertainment of you, the fine townspeople of Clarendon, Texas. Over the last 8 months, if you have not met Robert or seen his road show yet, you probably would have soon. We have all done our best to enjoy/weather Robert's antics up to this point, but he is God's problem now. Robert's farewell tour will be held on Monday, October 14th at Memorial Park Funeral Home in Amarillo, Texas. The family encourages you to dust off whatever outdated or inappropriate combination of clothing you have available to attend. A tip jar will be available in the front. Flowers are also acceptable.
I love that. It was funny, a little scathing, but loving.
So funny.
Oh, I love it. That's so good. Such a good one.
Rest in peace, Robert.
Rest in peace, Robert. You're God's problem now. All right. Well, I have Edward.
Okay.
And when I read this obituary, I thought, this is very creative. I really like how it was written.
Okay.
So, dear God, how's it going? I know you are super busy with everything, but I wanted to give you a heads up on your new arrival, Edward. Edward, or Eddie to pretty much everyone who knew him, peacefully called it a day on August 20th, 2021, at the age of 91. He spent his last couple of years down here at the Eddie Retirement Community in Troy. He liked the fact they named the place after him. I wanted to let your concierge know what is heading upstairs. First, don't be late at the gate. Eddie's inside voice was turned off his last couple of decades, so he called it as he saw it to everyone, everywhere. He was a true get your hands dirty, blue-collar, DIY Albany lifer. He put his work boots on for GE in Schenectady for 37 years till retirement in 1988, fixing the turbine engines, but don't let him hang anything using his patented Eddie eyeball technique. He won't want anyone to make a big deal about his service of 20 years as a sergeant first class in the Albany 210 Association National Guard. He was quietly proud of it, and so are we. Please inform room service that they are going to need an unlimited supply of salmon, poached eggs, English muffins, fig Newtons, fish fry, Fridays only, ginger ale, Pepsi, and most importantly, Drambuie. If they still make creme de menthe, the green kind, keep that handy for his ice cream. It's a mystery to us too. Your community room will need a pool table, a bowling lane, a dartboard, a shuffleboard court, and a table for nickel and dime poker. If possible, start up a Pinnacle League before he gets there so he won't bother everyone asking if they play. You are going to need a dance floor and a big band orchestra, but please don't let him near an open microphone. Eddie loved telling off-color jokes and told them 24/7 again to anyone, anywhere. How's the weather in heaven? Because if it's nice 360 days a year, he's going to want to have weekend camping and cookouts, clam bakes, and play golf. Is he allowed to swear on Sunday during New York Giant football games? Because he will. He was predeceased by his loving wife of 42 years, Joyce, his brother, William, in-laws Tom and Mary, and his mother, Margaret. I'm sure you know her. She's the fireball walking around telling people there's a hole in her scotch glass. They are going to be very happy to be reunited. For the rest of us down here, they name a whole bunch of people. We just wanted to say how much we loved him and will miss him. Take care of him for us. Give me the gift of laughter. Oh, I pray, though tears should hover near. The family wishes to thank the staff at Eddie Terrace and Eddie Heritage Nursing Home for their care and compassion.
Aw, I love how that was written.
They were writing to heaven.
It's so sweet.
It's so creative. Oh my gosh. Well, should we get not so sweet?
We've gotten the treat. Now let's do the trick, okay?
Okay, baby.
We've spun in our coffins.
We've bitched our obituaries.
Means it's time for some dumb
Ass
criminals.
criminals.
And I have one from Florida.
Okay.
And it is the video is called video's called Nasty Woman Steals My Halloween Candy.
Oh no.
Okay, this took place in Florida, and as you'll see, this person put this on the internet and said, this delightful adult woman, in all caps, adult woman, decided to dump both buckets of candy from my porch so no other children could get any. Should we make her famous? Hashtag candy thief. It has 200 views. but
Oh, I love it.
But watch this video of her.
Okay.
She just fucking is a little thief.
No.
All of it.
No.
That's a bitch.
That's a bitch.
So
She's
the
dressed as
person-
an Oktoberfest girl.
Fuck you, girl. I also wanted to share this, and it doesn't count as a dumb criminal, I don't think, but it is another Florida woman who last year sued Hershey's for $5 million
For what?
over misleading Reese's Halloween candy packs because they showed treats that had jack-o'-lantern faces on them when they do not.
And did she win?
No, not yet. It's a class action lawsuit seeking $5 million in damages for customers. Cynthia Kelly bought a pack of Reese's peanut butter pumpkins in October and says she would not have purchased the candy if she knew that it didn't come with carved out faces like advertised on the packaging. And she's now seeking to recover $5 million in damages for customers in Florida affected by Reese's products. She alleges that the packaging is deceptive, which I agree.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's true.
I actually have her back, and I want to find out how this is going and if I can get in on this lawsuit.
Oh, no.
There's literal court documents
I'll never
showing
turn.
her holding up the candy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's true, though, because on the package, look,
Yeah.
in real life,
No.
so
Wow. Okay.
I'm all for it.
I'll never turn on Reese's. I love
I
them.
love Reese's so much. I love the Christmas tree ones are my favorite. It's like, even though it's the same thing when it's in that shape.
In the shape, I know. Okay, I have just a weird one that
Okay, perfect.
I found in the Kingsport Times from 1974, and the headline just got me. It says, "Vampire arrested, asleep in coffin." Walter Lork wanted badly to be a vampire. He ordered neighbors to call him master. Slept in a black coffin and spent his free nights prowling through graveyards.
Yes.
But then, police said, he went too far.
Oh, fuck.
Lork was arrested this week, surprised by officers who found him sleeping in his coffin. Police said Lork, 24, attacked and abducted Helmut May, forcing him to his Hamburg apartment. There, police said he beat May, put him in a coffin, and let the blood from his face drip into a bowl.
Okay, I'm not seeing the problem.
I am going to kill you, May quoted Lork as saying, I am the great master. I must see blood.
God. He had that accent too,
Yeah.
girl. He was like, I want to suck your blood.
I want to suck.
I sound like Anna Delvey.
I know you do. May said he begged for mercy and Lork relented. When dawn approached, May said Lork suddenly announced he had to go. May escaped and took his story to police, who raided Lork's apartment, finding him asleep in a coffin. They charged him with kidnapping and causing grievous bodily harm. Neighbors said Lork told them to call him Master or Count Dracula,
Embarrassing, honestly.
ate only raw meat, and read aloud at night from horror books. Newspapers branded him the Vampire of Hamburg.
They
Lork,
should have called him the Hamburglar.
I know. Lork told police he wanted to become a hoary. Oh,
Same.
a hoary.
We're trying to become hories.
I know. A horror movie actor. I would have been very good at it, he said. Embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
And he's a dumbass criminal. He would walk around his apartment complex saying, call me Master and Count Dracula, and he slept in a coffin.
I've had
Girl.
weirder neighbors, but still, I'd hate it.
Girl, he abducted someone.
Yeah, you can't do that. I was cool with you when you were meandering through graveyards and pretending to be a vampire and sleeping in a coffin. Okay.
Oh, the raw meat can fuck off, actually.
That's foul.
Yeah.
But
So there you have it.
okay, a dumbass for sure. Well, I hope that all of you are safe out there tonight. And I hope you just have a nice, wholesome, happy Halloween.
Oh, happy Halloween. Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
From all of us to you, happy Halloween. And we will see you next week for some more coffin spinners
Obituaries.
and dumb
Ass
criminals. Goodbye.
Goodbye.